Ryder. I'd like to go back to Niger. Besides the training being suspended, are there any other changes to the U.S. military presence there? Are they all staying on base? Are any flights taking off the airspace? As I understand, the junta has restricted the airspace, so is that affecting any sort of training flights for U.S. military personnel?
Thanks for the question. So first of all, as we've highlighted, there's no changes to the U.S. military force posture in Niger or policies at this time. Our forces there in Niger continue to cooperate daily with Nigerian forces to keep base operations and services functioning. And so as I mentioned, we're continuing to monitor the situation, which remains fluid and evolving. But right now, again, our focus is going to continue to be on a diplomatic solution to the situation there.
So just to follow up on that, so cooperate, are U.S. forces going outside the base? Are they still going on missions, or is everybody staying inside the base for now?
Yeah, so for the most part right now, they're staying on the bases. As I mentioned earlier this week, if there is a reason that they need to go off base to engage with counterparts, certainly conditions permitting, they're doing that. But for force protection reasons, largely remaining on the bases and, again, cooperating with the Nigerian forces to keep those bases running.
And then just one quick last
one.
one,
And then I got to go to Fox.
Because the airspace is restricted, does the military have any role in helping negotiate flights for the Americans that are in Niger that are being asked to evacuate out?
So for the ordered departure, State Department has a lead. They have not requested any support from DOD at this time. Jennifer.
Are there any Nigerian troops on the base where the U.S. military is located?
I'd refer you to AFRICOM for further details, but my understanding, the short answer is yes, we continue to work with our Nigerian counterparts there on the ground. Obviously, the forces that are not necessarily associated with this seizure of the president. But again, we're working with them on a daily basis to keep the bases running and the services going.
And do you have any assurances from the current military leadership of Niger that they will not harm either U.S. forces or that U.S. forces can remain on the base in Brigadier?
Well, again, as we monitor this situation, I mentioned earlier in the week that the chairman has spoken to his counterpart in Niger. Right now, we have no indication of any imminent threat against American forces in the country. Again, this is something that we'll continue to monitor very closely. Janie.